Alright, what's going on, guys? Today's video has taken a slight turn of events. I was basically going to compile like 4 games into this one video from this event at Zombie Boot Camp that we attended on the 8th of January, but it kind of took a different route once I started editing, and you'll see why when it gets towards the end of the video. There isn't a great deal of shots or action in this video. It all happened really fast right at the start of the video. We didn't really expect to see a lot in our position, and basically 4 or 5 enemies rushed my location. After that, didn't see anyone else. So our objective is basically to defend this building. So I set myself up in this nice little spot, a nice distance away from where my targets are going to be coming from, and I wait. Our main defensive team is basically set up inside the building to stop the enemies getting in there, because that's the enemy's objective, and we have a small team with me in this sniper pit. Everyone has 1 life each.
I can see arms going up.
Ben, cover that bus.
I am trying to.
Jakey!
Okay, we're pinned down. What's happening?
Jakey! I'm just fucking rinsing them.
What's happening?
Ben, there's one in the bus.
So basically, the marshal was coming over to ask me to stop with the headshots. There was a huge deal made about this, about me headshotting these 2 players, and I've left the ScopeCam rolling here just so you guys can hear the conversation. I'll continue after that.
Keep headshots off.
I can't. There's nothing else I can do if I can only see that above the tyres.
Yeah.
Don was like this.
I'm just passing on this, that's all. No,
So basically, I'm not going to make a huge deal out of this because there's really no point. It's pretty much resolved now anyway. Nothing against Todd, the marshal, who just come over to ask me to stop the headshots. He was just doing his job. The players were complaining. He just basically passed the message on like he just said. Because as he said himself in the safety brief that morning, anything from the top of your head to your toes counts as a hit. Nothing was mentioned about not taking headshots, anything like that. So he was just doing his job. Like I said, I'm not going to make a huge deal out of this. I could just rant about this all day, because thinking about doing this commentary, I did just that to myself. But I'm not going to. I'm going to try and keep it as short, as sweet as possible, because like I said, there's no point. It's basically resolved now. But things do need to be said, because the behaviour that was displayed that day was absolutely disgusting, and I wouldn't expect it from any player. I'm not talking about him screaming at me, calling me a wanker, because that's obviously going to happen. I've done it myself. You've heard me in this video swearing, not screaming at someone, but swearing because I was frustrated that someone didn't call their hit, and you would have heard that also in yesterday's video. It happens all the time. I can handle that. That's not a big deal, and that's why I laughed, because it was funny, and I know I've been in that boat myself. However, what went on behind the scenes was so disrespectful. What was said in front of pretty much my entire team, because this was going on while I was still in game. Most of my team was out. They told me, like they would, which I'm shocked that you wouldn't think to keep your mouth shut in front of my team. They told me exactly what was said. That was brought up in conversation by myself to the person running this site. He resolved it for me. I got an apology off both players. That's fine. Like I said, no big deal. But at the end of the day, you pay your money to go and shoot people and get shot. That's what Airsoft is. As long as someone isn't doing anything against the rules, which I wasn't, like the marshals, handful of marshals, my entire team told me I was well within my right to take those shots. It's pretty much all I could see, definitely, of the second player. The first player, yeah, I could probably have aimed for the shoulder or higher torso, but it's a difficult shot, so I played it safe. Rather than taking 2 or 3 shots, because you can clearly see he's aiming at me, I took 1 shot, aimed in the middle of my target, and unfortunately it hit him in the face. This player, however, I can only see his head. It's well over the engagement distance. I was told that by the marshal standing to my left. I took the shot, as I was well within my right to do. That's it. I'm going to leave it there before I get really heated. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me. It's just what went on behind the scenes. The slander matches they were having about me, pretty much, is just unacceptable. I made a point of putting this in the end of my video because I don't want it to happen again. We are in an alliance together. Our relationship with our 2 teams should be able to work. The ball is in your court. Make it happen, or we won't play with you again. It's that simple. All I can say is, if you want to go down that road, you're going to lose out on 15 to 20 players at your site, which is a lot of money. So, glad I got that off my chest. I just want to say a huge thank you to Andrew Basford, one of the marshals there, who was just a stand-up guy in this whole situation. And also a huge thank you to my team, top lads. Thanks for sticking by me, boys. I know I wouldn't have taken a shot if it was going to hurt someone, or if it was dangerous or breaking the rules or whatever, so thanks. And for all you other guys watching, sorry about the rant. I just had to get it off my chest. I don't feel that Airsoft should be going in this direction at all. I get enough of this shit. Everyone gets enough of this shit in daily life, at work, at school. There's no need to bring this sort of behaviour into your hobby, especially not Airsoft. It's been so good up until now. There's no need to take it down a stupid path like this. Rant over. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow.
I got him.